Okay, so I just stumbled across this open source AI coding agent called opencode. It's really fascinating how it's trying to revolutionize coding.
Really, what makes it stand out from other coding tools out there?
Well, for starters, it's fully open source. That's a huge advantage because it means anyone can contribute or modify it.
That's true, but doesn't being open source also raise questions about security and reliability?
Good point, it definitely does. There's always a risk with open source software if not properly maintained.
Exactly, but I wonder how the community around it can help mitigate those risks. Do they have a strong following?
They do, they're fostering a community on platforms like Discord. It feels very collaborative.
So how does the installation work? Is it user-friendly?
Surprisingly, yes, you can install it just by running a simple command in your terminal.
Oh wow, that's really accessible. But what about the actual coding? How does it help developers?
It has these two built-in agents, one for development and another read-only for planning changes. Pretty neat.
Interesting. The read-only feature sounds useful for exploring unfamiliar code bases.
Exactly, I think it's designed to help both novice and experienced developers think critically about their code.
So it's aiming for a balance between exploration and development. That's a clever approach.
Right, but I wonder if that might complicate things for less experienced users.
That's a valid concern. Too many options can overwhelm someone who's just starting.
True, and they mention that it supports multiple languages and providers. That's quite a selling point.
But doesn't that create inconsistency? Different languages might have different best practices.
Good catch, it might require users to adjust their approach depending on the language they're working with.
And what about the learning curve? Is it steep?
I think it depends on the user. If you're familiar with terminal commands, it might be easier.
That makes sense. But for someone without that experience, it could be a challenge.
Definitely, they also emphasize the terminal user interface, which could be a barrier for some.
Right. It's interesting how they are trying to push the boundaries of coding experiences through the terminal.
But wait, so how does this compare to something like Claude Code?
Great question. They claim it offers more flexibility since it's not tied to a specific provider.
That's a major advantage, but are there any drawbacks to that flexibility?
Potentially, it could lead to compatibility issues or a fragmented user experience.
I can see that. It'll be interesting to see how they address those potential challenges.
Exactly, and I'm curious about the community's role in this. A strong community often drives improvement.
Absolutely, their documentation seems solid, which is critical for open source projects.
That's encouraging. Clear documentation can make or break user adoption.
Right? It's like having a roadmap when you're navigating a new city.
Totally. It gets me thinking about how documentation practices could evolve with tools like this.
Yeah, and I'd love to hear more about how they're encouraging contributions from users.
Indeed, that could foster innovation and keep it up to date. I wonder how they handle contributions.
They have a clear guide for contributors, which helps streamline the process.
That's smart. Clear guidelines can really enhance collaboration.
For sure, but I also think about how they communicate their vision to new users.
Right, if they can effectively share their goals, it might attract more contributors.
Exactly, but I wonder if they risk alienating those who are less tech savvy.
That's a real possibility. Balancing technical details with accessibility is key.
And as we've discussed, the terminal interface could be a double-edged sword.
Yes, it's a balancing act for sure, aiming for innovation while being user-friendly.
In the end, I think open code has potential, but it's all about execution and community engagement.
Absolutely. It'll be fascinating to see how it develops. It'll push boundaries while inviting collaboration.
And isn't that the essence of open source? Continuous improvement driven by the community.
Exactly. It's like a living organism, evolving and adapting. I'm excited to see where it goes.